Hello, welcome back to Have You Seen This? It's August! Guys, we goddamn made it to August 2022. Some of you didn't think it was going to happen, and for some of us, it didn't happen. So, I don't know who Dan is anymore. Where the hell he is? They would both be correct. They would both be correct. Who or where? Snark here in lovely, temperate Winnipeg, Manitoba. And with me, direct from Satan's freezer, good old Dave Lees. How are you, Dave?
I am doing great despite failing as the southerner, the Canadian southerner. It's supposed to be warm where I am and cold where you are, but we got it backwards today. But I am excited to be here.
In the summertime, it's supposed to be hot. Yeah, that's the thing about this place. We can have an 80-degree swing in weather over the course of a year. We could be plus 40. We could be minus 40. We could be minus 50 with the wind chill. God damn, it sucks here sometimes.
Welcome to Canadian weather.
This is what this is all about. Does everybody know that Manitoba is actually a desert climate? Because of that huge swing in weather? That's what it's considered? Even though we're on a prairie in the middle of freaking nowhere? Touching the North Pole? Well, pretty close. Anyways, we're not here to talk about... Come on, Dave. For goodness sakes, we're not here to talk about the weather.
You're not.
We're here to talk whether or not we enjoyed watching television this week. Hey, Ben. So this week we have there's some news that came out. There's bits of news, some sad news, some interesting news.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to start with? I think maybe we should start with Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik, named co-host once again of our favorite nationally broadcast trivia show.
Yeah, it's very excited that they are. I know a lot of people didn't care for Mayim Bialik as the new host of Jeopardy, but I really liked her. I thought. And I'm glad to see, I think Alex Trebek leaves such big shoes to fill that I'm glad to see that they're keeping both of them on going forward, because I think that'll keep things fresh and stop comparisons as like, it's not as good as kind of like the Price is Right problem where Drew Carey for years was
Drew
like,
Carey,
yeah, it was like, it's not as good as when Bob Barker was here, but it's like they're doing different things. So I think having two of them rotating is going to help the transition.
I'm hoping that, I enjoyed them both. There were some problems with Bialik that you weren't going to get with Jennings. Obviously, Jennings had that huge run, the most wins in Jeopardy history. He knew the show inside out. He was a producer on the show before Trebek passed away. He knows the show. And I think when Mayim Bialik came on, I believe she was saying she went in there because her kids told her maybe it would be a fun idea for her to do. So I'm not sure how much she actually ever watched it. She needs to start. She's starting to find her own rhythm. I found that, like, especially with the college tournament and anything to do with like the teachers tournament as well. I thought she was really good. I think it's trying to find that same rhythm in just regular everyday play or whatever that she finds it. I think one of the main problems is when she corrects somebody, she doesn't put it into a form of a question. She'll just say the answer. She won't say what is or who is. She just says the answer. It's like, well, that's wrong. That's the wrong answer.
Actually.
Yeah. Mayim. That's wrong. Anyways.
But, it's different styles,
Mm-hmm. But I guess they're going to be longer stretches now. I think Jennings said he's in through Christmas. And then Mayim Bialik will pick it up again in the new year. But Ken Jennings, I believe, has the Tournament of Champions as well.
That's good.
I'm not sure who's going to be hosting that new Second Chance tournament, but I'm really looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
And Bialik again has like the college championship, I believe, and any celebrity Jeopardy thing. Unfortunately, cannot include Turd Ferguson or Sean. Well, maybe Sean Connery can make it, but maybe it's just not the same.
I think isn't Sean Connery dead?
Not that Sean Connery.
Oh.
Not that Sean Connery.
We're talking about a lot of things. You're talking about the celebrity tournament, and then
Mhm.
you're like, hey, celebrity thing, and Sean Connery, and I'm like, what?
I'm pretty sure Turd Ferguson passed away as well.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, but have you been paying much attention to Jeopardy over the last little while?
I am. I like to consider myself like a hardcore casual Jeopardy fan, where
Right.
I'll watch it, and I will get like really into it for stretches, and then I won't watch it for like 4 months, and then
Right.
I'll come back in, and I'm like, I need seasons of Jeopardy to keep me. But like, it's just one of those things I can't. But I'll watch like if someone is doing like a really impressive run, like when what was her name? The Canadian that was just on.
Sure.
Sorry?
If you can get it, God. I said sure. If you can get it, God bless you.
We talked about her on the
Honestly,
show all the time for while the run was going on.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, like if there's a really impressive run coming up, I'll going on, I will jump back in there. But if it's just a random episode or I haven't been watching in a while, it takes that spark of, oh, I haven't watched Jeopardy in a while to like get me right back in.
Yeah. It's the first. Well, I won't say it's the only show. It's the first show I ever learned how to use my DVR or whatever for. I used to try and watch it every day. Now it seems like pile up episodes, but when I watch them, I go bang bang bang. I can watch them all back to back. I watch 3 episodes at a time and stuff like that. So I usually get caught up every couple of weeks. But
that is commitment, Rob.
Well, that's who I am. This is who I am.
Yeah, co-hosts come and go on this show, but you're always here.
And this is for Taco. The best Turd Ferguson line ever. I like the big hat was fun. My favorite one was when he said the answer was Scooby Doo, and Alex says, "You're incorrect." He says, "No, I'm correct. I remember he had this buddy, Scrappy Doo." That's my favorite. That was my favorite one.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, I'm really excited to see what they do, and I think Ken. It's always great to see him on it as well.
He's a natural at it.
Yeah.
You know, the unfortunate thing is I really like when Mike Richards did his week on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I liked what he did. It just turns out he's a friggin' prick.
Yeah,
and he had this thing set up for him to win. It's like, what are you doing? Like, if you wanted just to name yourself, you're the executive, you're the vice, you produce the show. If you wanted the job, just take it. No one would have caused shit.
Yeah.
No one would have said shit. He was natural. He's done this work. I don't know.
That is the unfortunate thing.
It's a strange thing, And we got to see some good. Yeah, there was a lot of good people on there. Like, when they settled with Bialka, I was like, okay. I was like, okay. All right. I thought there was some other people that may have done better, but I do like what she's done.
Yeah.
I just think she needs to get a little more natural and stuff like that. And like she was, she's a nerd. She's a nerd, so it's like she may be an actress, but she's still a nerd. So very nerd sensibility, very straight up posture and stuff like that. Just it's a different show when the two of them are on, but it's still it's still good.
It's still good. And no one can. But all right, what would you like to talk about next?
I think we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Nichelle Nichols. 88, I believe she was. So that's a goddamn good run. Not many left of the original series. You know what? I've never watched the original series until it was either early this year or late last year. I just decided I'm gonna watch them all. Never had. I like it. It's a different show than when only watch it when you only watch the occasional episodes. To when you start watching every episode, especially in that first season. That first season is really good. But it was essentially the Twilight Zone in space.
Mm-hmm.
It changes a little bit going forward. In that last year, they tried doing some goofy things. It was the most expensive show on the air at the time. Actually, the two most expensive shows on the air were both produced by Desilu. It was that and Mission Impossible. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Uhura's just her character being there was a huge breakthrough for primetime television in the States. Having a black woman in a position the same as a man and stuff like that is, it's something that you don't think about these days. It's like, of course, there's going to be, but back then it was a friggin' huge deal. And so it's hard to, it's hard for the two of us to be able to explain how important she was. The unfortunate thing about all her fame that she got from Uhura was that she was able to do a lot of things outside entertainment, but she really, there wasn't really many roles waiting for her outside of Uhura. And that's a goddamn shame because she was fine. It's like those episodes that she features in were really good. She wasn't just set dressing there.
No, she was she was fantastic. And I also, so my dad's a big Star Trek fan. And when I started getting into like fan league play and stuff a couple years back, I was the Star Trek movies are going to be a big area for me. And I watched the motion picture expecting that it would be just like a high budget episode of the TV show. And that movie expects that you have watched every episode of the TV show. So I paused it about 45 minutes in and I said, Dad, I need all those DVDs that Grandpa burned back in the day for you. And I went by.
Did you just say the words, Dad, I need all those DVDs that Grandpa burned for you?
My grandfather, he got a one of those CD burners and stuff. And he was like he would just find out what show you liked and he would just burn everything. He showed up once with like a box set essentially of Beyblade for me. You don't even know Beyblade. Come on, let it rip. But anyway,
I was thinking it'd be like Baywatch.
No, it's not.
It's like the sequel to Baywatch Nights.
It is an anime about spinning tops that have monsters inside them.
I don't like it.
Anyway, and then going through the original Star Trek, which I think I did in like 3 months or something. I watched all of it because I was like, I gotta get through this. She was one of the high points for me, and then doing the research and stuff as you're watching it, being like, oh, this was she was a part of the first interracial on-screen kiss and like really a trailblazer for diversity and inclusion. And then who could forget?
How much more did she have to get paid to make out with Shatner on screen?
Well, the story goes that it was supposed to be her and Spock,
right?
But then Shatner was probably just being a creep, but was like, if it's Spock, nobody's going to care. So it needs to be Kirk so that people care. And it's like, you know what? That's probably the unfortunate thing is that's probably true because like you need the captain. But it was but she was one of those actresses also who would pop up in stuff. She was one of those actresses who would pop up and stuff, and just like going through her IMDb today, just to be like, what was all she in? Like a lot of stuff that I watched as a kid. Unironically, as a kid,
it was always popping and guest starring and stuff like that. Yeah, I have to make a look.
Unironically, one of me and my sister's favorite movies growing up was Snow Dogs, because it was the Cuba Gooding Jr. movie, and it was stuck in the DVD player, and I think it was a Stockholm Syndrome thing. But she plays Cuba Gooding Jr.'s mom in that movie, yeah, she does, and she was great.
Cuba Gooding Jr.'s mom in Snow Dogs. You know what? I had not thought of that movie in I don't know how long, and I do appreciate when you say, "Oh, when we were kids and Snow Dogs was stuck in the DVD player.
We're talking about all the old
good.
throwbacks today.
Yeah. I remember when I had, I remember the first time I watched The Search for Spock when it came out on home video on my Betamax. What do you think about that? See, I'm just as technologically relevant as you with my Betamax. Actually, I did have a Betamax, but I saw Star Trek the motion picture in the theater. I still remember the day we went. This was in '79, back when I could time travel. So I can't do it anymore, guys.
Gotcha.
I remember my dad giving us a choice of seeing this Roadrunner. Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner had a movie out. I think it was just a compilation of a bunch of Roadrunner and Bugs Bunny skits and stuff like that.
Okay.
Or seeing Star Trek. So I want to see frigging Bugs Bunny. And Dad's like, great, we're going to go see Star Trek. So just imagine how you felt when you started watching that and you needed all those tapes. Imagine a 5 and a 3-year-old boy who are expecting Star Wars. Got to see that movie. But at least my dad was happy. My dad loved Star Trek, so yeah, he loved it.
That first movie is so boring. God.
It's fun if you know how to have a good time with it.
It's 35 minutes before they get on the goddamn Enterprise.
It doesn't matter if you're high.
Oh, okay.
It does not matter. You're just looking at colors and shit and saying, oh, isn't that the theme from The Next Generation? That's the Next Generation theme, isn't it? They stole it from the first Star Trek. And those things, I remember having like iron-on patches. You got at, like at Burger King or something like that, or McDonald's maybe in like the Happy Meals, and you could iron on the I think they had Kirk and Spock and the Enterprise and stuff, like iron the stuff onto your shirts. That's about all I remember. I remember waiting for toys and stuff like that, but there wasn't much for toys for Star Trek back then. So no, like they had the Migos. Again, I don't believe they had a Huro's Migo in there. And it's fun. Like you look at what Star Trek's producing these days. When you go to J.J. Abrams Star Trek, you go to this what's the new one called Strange New Worlds, and how they feature Uhura much more prominently. It's a shame. I wish they should have done a lot more with her, but it's a different time, you know.
Yeah.
No one wants to go back to the goddamn 60s. But yeah, she paved the way for so many actresses, so many actors in Hollywood that you can't, you know. When I was honestly like sad, like, and I'm usually not too bad unless it's a musician. I don't ever get too sad about entertainers dying and stuff like that. But yeah, it was sad. That was sad to see, and then you appreciate, 88 years. God bless you. If I have that long of a run, I'd be pretty goddamn happy. I can tell you that. But,
yeah, for sure.
I keep using potty words like that, and it's going to strike me down. I stay inside all the time, guys. I'm smart.
Yes, you are. Well, she will be missed.
Oh yeah.
Mostly for her role as Miriam, the Vampire Queen in the animated Spider-Man show. Who could forget?
What? Oh,
yeah, she played Blade's mom.
Yeah, I was thinking, how's Blade taking it? I thought you were gonna name the mom from Snow Dogs. Like,
give me 5 seconds.
I thought you had the name down flat. It's like
no, I haven't watched that movie. When I say like when we were kids, I mean when we were kids. I haven't watched that movie probably since I was probably like 8 years old. So like 2004. She played Amelia. No last name given.
Didn't need it.
No.
She just went by one name. She's like, my kid races Snow Dogs. What's your name? Amelia.
Well, no, she didn't want her. She didn't want Cuba. Fuck, why do I know the plot to Snow Dogs stuff? She found out that Cuba Gooding Jr. was a dentist who wanted to go see his dad, who he had never met before, who lived in Alaska, who raced Snow Dogs. And I don't know who he was, but the big reveal of the movie was that his dad was white.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's dumb dumb enough to live in Alaska. It's even worse than Winnipeg.
But it was a fish out of water movie, man. He went from being a dentist in LA to a dog sled racer in Alaska.
Did he stay in Alaska for good?
Whew, I don't remember how the. Honestly, I get that movie and the Paul Walker dog movie confused a lot. So maybe all the dogs died. I don't know.
Holy shit. Well, Disney has a way of doing it. They have something against dogs.
Yeah.
Snow dogs, Old Yeller. None of them ever make
For
it.
sure.
Spoiler alert. Spoilers for Old Yeller, guys. Spoilers for Old Yeller. Aw. We're getting the whole bunch. Bang, 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 bang. Oh my god.
That one was legitimately a misclick. All right.
Okay.
What do we got
Speaking
next,
of
Rob?
stars. Speaking of stars.
Rob, I got to go. I got some war that's going on.
Oh my god. How dare you? That was terrible. All right, so Andor.
And/or what?
Andor, I don't know.
And/or it's moved to September.
Andor, it's gone from August. Good thing or a bad thing?
I honestly think it's good. We were talking a little bit before the show, and I think Andor moving to September is a reaction to what happened with Miss Marvel. How Miss Marvel, we talked about this last week, I think, or maybe it was the week before. Like, despite both of us being very positive on it, least viewed Disney Plus show of like the Marvel Star Wars ones.
Cool.
And a big reason for that is because first 2 episodes came out same week, same day as Obi-Wan was still premiering.
Right. Yeah.
And so you had that coming up. And I think like She-Hulk starts in next week or the week after.
2 weeks. I think this week coming is
this week coming is I Am Groot.
The Sandman is also coming.
Oh, that comes tomorrow. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, She-Hulk I think is the 17th, so that's next Wednesday.
Right. Okay.
Or sorry, that's 2 Wednesdays from now. So I think if you assume it's going to be the same, like 6 to 8 episodes, and that so She-Hulk goes to mid-September, and then Andor picks up, so that they're not blocking
competing
each other
against each other, right?
Like Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel were.
I'm thinking, I'm still trying to think why not as many people watched Ms. Marvel. Like, is it a summer thing?
No,
going on during the summer. Do you think?
No, I legitimately think it's because they both
they booked so much together.
Because if it's one of those things where
I
would go over to my dad's house. Yeah, I'd go over to my dad's house with like my wife and my nephew and everybody, and we'd all watch Obi-Wan, and then like it would be on us to like watch Miss Marvel. We didn't watch that one together. And I think a lot of people were doing that, even if they weren't getting together with people. It was, all right, we're going to watch Obi-Wan. Oh, that was awesome. And then you miss the first 2 episodes and you're like, you know what? I'll get it when it's all done. And then you just don't go back to it. Right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you get spoiled on Twitter that something's going on. You're like, well, now I guess I don't need to see this. So probably something just like that happened. And with Andor being, in this case, it's kind of the opposite, where the Star Wars character, I think, is less well known than the Marvel character. So I think even though like She-Hulk, people know who She-Hulk is, but you have also got like Mark Ruffalo's Hulk in there, and like Wong is going to be showing up. So you've got a lot of like Abomination. You've got a lot of people who will get people to watch it, as opposed to you're really just banking on Diego Luna's dreamy eyes for Andor. Hey, he's very dreamy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not afraid to say it.
I can see a match made. So the new trailer dropped.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was really good. I still have no idea what this show is really about, except for, which I love. I really like that I think at the beginning of the Disney Plus shows with like Falcon and Winter.
I think Disney, if you're listening,
So
he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it, guys.
Am I back now?
Yeah, I think you're back. I had to a quick apology. That's all you need. Come on, we're Canadian.
I am. Why? So it's giving me like the hey, your connection's good. I'm hardwired in. I'm not even using the Wi-Fi. But I really like. I think the early Disney Plus trailers gave away a lot of like the big action beats and stuff. Where it's more like each thing is more of a tone setter, I think. And I love seeing the Senate again, and I love seeing Mon Mothma doing some wheeling and dealing. That stuff's all great.
Yeah, I was much more satisfied with this trailer than I was for, say, for sure Obi-Wan, more than Boba Fett as well. Maybe not as much. Like I when I first saw the stuff from Mandalorian, I was really excited. Mm-hmm. But this one I'm very excited about. I don't know anything at all about any of the characters save for the lead one. So
you know Mon Mothma.
Well, and how is she going to be that big of a character in it? Like, is she like a every episode character, or someone who's just shown up?
I would imagine.
Like they're starting him off as a kid. It looks like. Do they follow him growing up and eventually joining the rebellion, or is he seeing all the stuff as a kid as flashbacks and stuff like that? I don't know yet.
Well, so according to like the books and stuff, I don't know if they're going to follow through.
Books.
Yeah, there's books. I don't know. This isn't a book show, but this is a TV show. But so Cassian comes from a separatist planet, so like he was on the side of the battle droids. And we see the like old clone trooper ships and stuff in some of in the trailer. So it'll be interesting to see how much Clone Wars flashbacks we get, because I think it will be very much similar to like I think you're right with the flashbacks thing, where I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of like the first couple seasons of Arrow, where it's like we're doing stuff in the modern day, but then we're flashing back to see why is this relevant? Yeah.
Okay.
What lessons did I learn when I was stranded on the desert island that I can apply to this situation? Okay. And he's be like, oh man, I got to fight this droid. I remember when the clones fought droids.
Oh boy. I hope that isn't it. I have one question. Okay. I'm stuck here with a Star Wars nerd, which is fun. What is with the guy holding a Kalashnikov?
A what?
The guy's just holding an AK-47. Like it's like that first guy you see in the trailer. And the thing goes overhead. Like it's just an AK-47.
I think so. Based on what we've seen, it appears that like that planet seems to be a little less technologically advanced.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if like showing a weapon that looks less Star Wars-y and more like something we're more familiar with is supposed to, oh wow, yeah, that is just wow. That doesn't even kind of look like a regular gun, like a Star Wars gun. That's just a gun.
Yeah.
But
I'm thinking like they had something they were supposed to digitalize it or something like that to make it a little more Star Warsy, but they just didn't.
Yeah, like I think it's.
I don't know.
So there are like in the books and comics, there are things called like slug throwers that are like guns that were like anti Jedi weapons essentially.
Shot slugs.
It's like in Harry Potter where it's like eat slugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that guy has just like a regular Earth gun to show like this planet's not as high tech as the rest of the galaxy.
They're more primitive.
Yeah, and you see like
lousy guns.
Yeah, maybe that is, maybe that's just, or maybe that's Earth. You know, that's
That's
just
what I was thinking. Oh
this
my
is how
God.
they do it.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a long, long time ago. But they changed their minds. Now it's right now.
Well, it used to be a long, long time ago. Now it's caught up.
Oh my God. Is that
Actually,
how
I
it
get
happens?
no. I guess that doesn't make sense because this happens.
Yeah, this one happens before Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, shoot.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Episode nothing. Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was really impressed by it. I like the look of it. I like the feel of it. It still kind of feels like Rogue One. Rogue One, one of my favorite Star Wars movies.
I really like Rogue One a lot.
Yeah, and I think people who say otherwise are fools.
Well, Rob, go back and watch the ranking. People did. People don't like that.
I watched it. I think I already given some of my thoughts about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It turns out, whenever you do a ranking show, someone gets me angry.
Yeah.
I will never forgive you.
Sorry.
I have the book. It's like right here. And still, come on. Number one, outrageous. Out-friggin' outrageous. I still can't believe it. But let's get back to it. Andor. Yeah. Okay. Coming out in September, we get Game of Thrones. And how many episodes? Do we know how many? Are they doing like the 10 episode thing?
I would imagine.
Like the originals have done. We got Lord of the Rings. I'm not sure how much is that.
I think that's 8.
Yeah.
That's 8 or 6.
They have, so if it's 8, a 6-episode run of Andor.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, oh, no, Andor? Sorry.
Yeah.
Andor, I believe, is 12 episodes.
Oh, is it that much? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But it's 3 episodes on the first. The first drop is 3 because the way Andor was filmed is they've announced that there's going to be 2 seasons, each with 12 episodes. But I believe all 24 episodes are already filmed.
Okay.
Because originally it was supposed to just be like one big drop, but then they were like, you know what? 2. We can keep people longer.
Sure. I do like the idea of getting at least that one news cycle to yourself instead of everybody kind of ending all at the same time and then fighting for headlines and stuff like that. Yeah, which is what you'd be afraid of with the Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings series, considering how similar they are. Maybe not how they'll be produced, but in the feel of it.
Yeah.
Kind of mystical stuff. Both complete with dragons. Come on. Dragons. Oh my God. But yeah, to have it to yourself, and if it's gonna be 2 months from September, you're talking heading into November when all their big ticket stuff comes out in the theaters once again. I think Black Panther comes out.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It makes sense for them. So yeah, it's good. As long as it's not getting pushed because people think it's shit. You know what I mean?
No. I think I legitimately think this was a move to. First of all, they don't have another Marvel show this year, so I think it's to keep people on, and also to get out of the way of She-Hulk, House of the Dragon, and Ring of Power. Another thing, I've just had the trailer since looking up the guy with the gun. I've just had the trailer running in the background on my other monitor. I love how much Stellan Skarsgård apparently is going to be in this show. I thought he was going to be like a couple. I thought he was kind of going to be like Giancarlo Esposito in Mandalorian, but like we get him with several. He's got different haircuts. He's in different locations.
Yeah, he's like disguised at some point. It looks like as well. It looks like he might be a member of the Senate or a member of at least an Imperial commander or something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe he's a spy, but I think he may be the guy recruiting people for the rebellion. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know who he is.
Oh,
good.
He's talking to freaking Forrest Whitaker. That's exciting.
Oh yeah, what's that guy's name again? Saw
Gerrera.
Oh, how about that?
And if you
Star
want
Wars.
and if you want to learn more about him, you can watch the arc of the Clone Wars where he first appeared. Or
What?
yeah, he appeared in the 3-episode arc where the Jedi make the Taliban.
What?
They go in and the Jedi they can't take over a planet because they're not part of the Republic. So they go in and they train and fund a splinter rebel organization and teach them how to do like hidden run tactics and do political things and take down power grids. And it's just like, yeah, they just
This
did
is
the
how you shoot
Taliban.
a helicopter down, kids. Oh my god.
Rob. That is it's a 3-episode arc. Legitimately, it's just to be like, wait, the Jedi are just teaching. They're just doing the Taliban. Did we learn nothing from Rambo 3?
After today's show, send me which episodes those are, and I'll look them up and I'll watch them, and maybe we'll discuss it on the next episode, or the next time we started talking about the Taliban on the
show. Which also, that is an interesting thing though, where I know we got to move past Star Wars, but there are 2 Star Wars animation properties coming out allegedly in the fall. So it's strange that this got moved with Tales of the Jedi and Bad Batch. And Bad Batch season 2. Allegedly they're in the fall, and if this is going to be 24 or 12 episodes, so for 9 weeks, if 3 drop on the first day, so that's going all through fall. So I don't know what's going on there.
Tales of the Jedi isn't like a serial though, right? It's just a different Jedis from different times and stuff like that.
Well, that was
like self-contained episodes.
Yeah, it was shorter episodes. It was like 7-minute episodes, I think they said, and there's going to be 6.
Okay.
3 focusing on Count Dooku, and 3 focusing on Ahsoka.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll see. You watch them. And
I will watch them.
You can tell me how they are. Should I watch them or not? The Count Dooku. Well, maybe with Ahsoka, her series coming out, maybe I'll watch it. If that'll mean speeding up the Clone Wars show, so I don't have to watch every one of those because it seems like there's a bunch.
There are a lot.
So, guys, watch us train the Taliban and Al Qaeda. Guys,
no joke. I'm not even exaggerating. It's exactly that.
Jim Jones is in a 3-episode arc of the Clone Wars, guys. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, Anakin. I believe that's the name of that episode.
I believe so.
Oh my god.
Anyway, what do we have next?
Well, what have you been watching this week? Hold on, I'll tell you one thing I've been watching. Okay. First off, I did a 50s show again on Doctor Who. So I have been watching quite a bit of classic Doctor Who. Speaking of Star Trek, I've watched, off and on as a kid or whatever. I when I say kid, I mean like teenager. When I say teenager, I mean I was high at my buddy's place watching television.
Last week.
So, yes, guys, I'm only 19 years old. I remember.
You're Benjamin Buttoning, Rob.
Yeah, I remember when my DVDs got stuck and I'd have to watch the same DVD all the time. Oh my god. So I actually found it really fun, and the writing is actually pretty good. The people acting go all out. Like these guys are all like guys who are getting like C's at the Royal Academy and stuff like that. Eh? So, but in a good way. In a good way.
Yeah.
Like, so many people will roll their R's. It's like, oh my god, it is a lot of fun. It is campy. The costumes are cheaply made, really cheap. But they look a lot of like the old Star Trek kind of blob aliens and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of those with people just basically under a rubber suit with weird rubber balls put on it. So much fun. I was starting to really enjoy watching the Third Doctor, especially. It turns out the Third Doctor is around when I was born.
Wow.
Yeah. Geez. But never mind. It's still pretty fun. I highly suggest if you get the chance to check out any older Doctor Who episodes, watch those. They're fun. 20 minutes at a time. What are you gonna do? 20 minutes. Come on.
Yeah, that's
You can watch that, or you can watch an episode of Friends. Puke.
Why would anyone do that? By the way, can I
You may.
Now, someone, at least someone posing as Dan, is in our behind the scenes group chat.
Yeah.
Did you see that this person this week watched a bunch of Riverdale? What are they doing?
I don't know how they did it. A. B. Why they did it.
Why? Like, I watched the first 2 seasons and I was like, this is a bad show. But
I've never seen an episode. And I grew up with the Archies and Archie comics. There's just something about this that has never, ever for a second, ever,
is it
ever
because
piqued my interest.
Is it because
It's because Jughead doesn't have his hat.
He's got a beanie with like the little crown.
Yeah. And how about hot dog? Is hot dog there? Eating hot dogs at the chocolate shop?
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, maybe I'll watch it.
No, don't do it, Rob. Don't do it. It's a trick.
And Madge. Is it like
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
They're not doing this for comedy. This is not a comedy show, as far as I know. They're doing this for what? For spooks? Is it for spooks?
Some of it's for spooks.
Oh boy.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted when we were talking about bad shows. To be like, this guy.
Well, wait a second. Doctor Who isn't a bad show. It's fun. Anyways, guys, check out Doctor Who. So I've also caught up this week with a show we were talking about briefly last week in Blackbird. Have you seen any more of Blackbird yet?
I have not.
Okay.
Because I got locked out of my Prime account. Or not my Prime account. My Apple Plus account.
Dare you? Wait a minute. Scrolling through my head and stuff like that. We've only said nice things about Apple.
I know.
It's not like those Anaheim jerks.
No, I got locked out and I'm trying to fix it, but like I don't. It's one of those things where I set it up years ago and I've never needed the password and it's with an email I don't have anymore. Mm-hmm. So it's just like a whole thing.
I had that problem, but I figured it out.
Well, hopefully I will figure it out because I really enjoyed what I was watching. Does it stay consistently good?
It gets a little better.
Ooh.
I don't know how much of a spoiler it is, but I don't want to say it just what it is. But there's a scene in there that's as good of any of that particular type of scene I've seen in a long time.
Oh my god.
Maybe since The Watchmen. Or just
wow.
The Watchmen, I should say.
We're talking about the TV show? The Watchmen TV show?
No.
Oh,
we're talking about the movie. We're talking about the movie. They also produced a movie that was not anywhere near as highly acclaimed as the television show. Television show, one of the best superhero shows, if not the best superhero show.
So good. Jeremy Irons killing the game.
So good.
So good.
Can we even spoil talking about that show anymore? Just because Ozymandias, come on.
Woof. And as a big comic fan of the comic, less so the show or less so the movie. Sorry, I really loved that it was a follow up to the comic, and that they explained they explained the squid. I was like, that's so great. I love it.
Yeah, I wish they would have had more with
spoilers. There's a squid.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
It's been like 2 years. When did that show out? That show came out pre-pandemic, right?
God, I want to watch it again. Oh, I have a show where I watch television all the time, so I can't watch any television.
I know.
Good.
Well, at least, Rob, if you weren't watching Jeopardy every day, maybe you'd have time.
That's 20 minutes. Actually, I had it down. This is a true story. You can watch Jeopardy, the entire thing, except for the interviews, which is garbage anyways. You don't want to humanize the contestants.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you can watch an entire episode of Jeopardy, like every single question, and the 30 seconds of the Final Jeopardy complete with song because
Wow.
it's uncool not to have the song and
No.
probably against God.
For sure is.
And in the time of an NHL intermission.
Oh wow!
So my favorite time to watch Jeopardy is when the first period ends. I can put on Jeopardy because no one ever talks about the Jets in a good way, anyways. And I can get an episode of Jeopardy in, and by the time it's over, the puck's being dropped for the second period.
Well,
17 minutes.
And yeah, wow, that I did not know, Rob. That's impressive that you have it down to such.
I've got this down, guys.
They say boxing is the sweet science, but I really think watching Jeopardy in a hockey intermission, I think that is the sweet science.
I think that's why they made it 17 minutes long.
I think that's exactly why.
It's an odd time. It's an odd time for both.
It really is.
It's an odd time, 15 minutes, sure. 20 minutes, why not? No, let's do 17 minutes. I think that's what we need for a break.
Yeah.
For professional athletes. It's like, yeah, fine. 17 minutes. It's like Jeopardy. How long do you want to make the show? It's like, well, half hour, but if you boil it down to its roots, 17 minutes. It's like, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Also, Alex Trebek was probably behind the NHL all along. That's all I'm going to say.
If that's who I have to blame for so many terrible Red Wings years, I get it.
You know what? How freaking dare you? And I wish you'd wash your damn mouth. That was so. Okay. What have you? Okay. I know one show you have been watching. It's a show that's been maybe on the decline and seemed to turn around a little bit last year. And this year got nuts again. I've been watching Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if we talked about one of the dumber contestants in the recent history of this show. Pooch. And the name, Pooch. Like, isn't that the name of the dog that everybody hated on The Simpsons? Like Poochie? Is it Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie?
I totally forgot about Poochie.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're so right.
Yeah.
You know what? Now I'm not even mad. What a fitting end for Pooch.
Yeah, he went to his home planet and died or whatever it was.
What a dumb move on Pooch's part to say, you know what, guys, put me up. I think that's a great idea. And then everyone else was like, let's just vote him out.
Yeah. This guy wants to play this hard in the second week. And honestly, this is the first vote. This is the first vote.
Because Paloma quit.
Because Paloma left. So the first vote was like, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be a little trickster and get everybody on my side by saying, oh, I'll be the friggin' pawn this week. How?
Yeah.
What? It's the problem with none of these guys ever watching the show ever. It's gotten to the point where they call themselves a super fan because they've watched two seasons, most of the episodes.
Yeah. Well, I will say, based on some developments, we have at least three like really big fans in the house. Michael, huge fan.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be on the episode, but he had a birthday this last week. And in honor of his birthday, the entire house reenacted. I don't know if you'll remember this, but do you remember season 10, Keisha's birthday, where everybody got into a fight and then they sang the saddest happy birthday song to her ever? So
I don't remember.
Just YouTube Keisha's birthday after this.
Okay,
if you watch,
I remember Keisha, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was her birthday. But he had him and a couple other people got everyone to reenact Keisha's birthday for him so that he could.
They knew what he was talking about?
Kyle and Taylor did, yes. And so did Daniel.
Oh, so Taylor is a super fan?
She has seen a few seasons because she started watching just in the past year because she heard about the cookout and was like, what?
Right.
And so she started watching, and season 10 was one of the seasons that, generally a lot of people consider top 5 seasons.
Sure.
For me, it's top 2.
Oh,
But yeah, it's 14-10. That's 1-2.
I was gonna say, is 14 number one?
Yeah, 14 is number one. You know, Dan, Boogie, Janelle coming back, Ian.
So good.
So good.
So good. So good.
But then Daniel's also a super fan, but he hates everyone else who's a fan. And Kyle also has clearly seen the show, but he's much more of a Survivor fan.
Oh.
Because during the this last week where the whole house got flipped as all the bullying that was going on with like the girls and everyone bullying Taylor finally flipped around and everyone so bad. The leftovers coming together. When I saw
those guys coming together, I was so happy. So happy, especially for Taylor. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just don't get, like, I don't know, like, you watch the feeds, like, you've watched like, is it even worse? Like, is it worse than even what they're putting on TV?
It's so much worse. Like, because the thing is, until like Daniel and that one episode last Wednesday where Daniel and Nicole are yelling at Taylor, like, that was the first time people really saw it. But like that had been going on since day one. Like Taylor night 3, I think it was the girl, she told everyone that she was a pageant girl and stuff. So she had a really nice dress that she picked out. It's like, oh yeah, if I make it to finale, this is what I'm gonna wear. Because like everyone comes in with their like suit or their dress that they're gonna wear. Yeah. And all the girls were like, oh my God, you should put it on, show it off. Yeah, woo, do it. And she was like, no, I don't want to do it. And then all the girls like were like, yeah, put it on. And then we're like cheering her on. And then afterwards, all the girls got together and were like, can you believe she wore the dress? Can you believe she put it on and then started walking around? And like, that was something that they were like, to this day, Jasmine talks about it. And it's like, can you believe she had the gall to wear her finale dress?
Unbelievable, those people.
Yeah.
True or false? Jasmine's accent is fake.
Oh, it's let's
not say fake.
Inconclusive.
Yeah.
Inconclusive. It is definitely put on when she's in the diary room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like they gotta feed her those lines and stuff like too. Oh my God.
Yeah, they definitely are. But also because I don't know if you caught when she went in to vote for Terrence last week. She told Julie that you look as good as a full rack of ribs.
Right.
That took her. She was on the feeds all day. Sorry.
What, practicing that?
Trying to come up with what to say. So like they are feeding it to her, but I think also some of it is just her being like, because I think there's a producer right behind the diary room camera who is just laughing it up. It's like, blindside buttered beans. I love it.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I'm really excited about that. And this week with Monty winning HOH, I'm pumped up. I was like, I love that. Monty's someone I really like. I don't think I want him to win, but he is someone I really like.
No, like if no one's rooting for Taylor to make it at least to final 2, but she's obviously got to go to final 2. Like anybody who plays this game knows, you have to take her. You have to take that chance that all these girls let's say this: if any of these girls start making it to jury, because who knows?
It's true, but at the same time, Rob, like we're both big Survivor fans. And it goes back to think back to Survivor Palau, where Stephanie was the last person on her tribe. Her whole tribe lost every immunity challenge. She's the last person standing. And you would think, we'll take her to the finals. There's no one from her tribe here to vote for her. But then everyone was like, no, if she gets to final 2, what a story. Like right now, like you think about this. So jury next week will be the last person to go before jury.
Right.
So if Taylor goes up either like this week or next week, that would be 3 out of 5 times just pre-jury that Taylor's been on the block. And it's like, how are you still here?
Yeah, I was just imagining the cattiness continuing on to the jury house. But if most of those girls won't make it to the jury house, then
Yeah.
what's the difference? So yeah,
That's true.
no, I hope that she does real well. I'm a fan of Kyle's as well. Problem is he's doing really well in comps. And
You mean Michael?
Michael. Doing really well in comps. So they got to keep their eye on him for that. And I don't see him going too far. His bestie, she may be able to make it a little ways. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Right now it's open. But if any of those 7 win the season opener, I think that's a satisfying win.
I would
even the Maddie, what's his last name?
Oh, Turner.
Yeah, Maddie.
I would keep your eye on Joseph. I think he didn't get a lot of the credit for the formation of the leftovers. They gave most of that to Kyle. And Kyle definitely was the main proponent of putting the leftovers together because Alyssa told him about all the other alliances and he was like, I gotta go. I gotta go make alliances. But Joseph really has been the guy keeping the alliance together.
I like him too. I like the way, like in his getting his buddy not being smartest or whatever. I mean, that doesn't reflect on him at all.
Yeah.
So
and Joseph was he was an alternate. He was
oh really?
Yeah. So the cast got released 24 hours before they went into the house, and there was this guy Marvin on the cast, who also right now is on America's Got Talent.
What?
Yeah. So CBS apparently just didn't Google this guy's name. And then within like 12 hours of everything coming out, people were like, okay, so yeah, Marvin's actually got to go be on America's Got Talent. He's got a pre-existing relationship with NBC right now. So he actually wasn't even supposed to ever sign this CBS contract.
Right.
Marvin, you're out. Joseph, you're in.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that's it for it. Well, I wonder if they bring him on after this and have a bit of a name or try and drop fans for some other thing, or if he even can't.
Maybe legally, I don't know.
Legally, it depends on what you have to sign or whatever. It depends on how well he does. I guess.
Now, based on his name is Marvin, he was from Nigeria. What do you think his talent?
Oh no! Don't.
What do you think his talent was?
I don't want to say.
It doesn't matter that he's from Nigeria. Those are just the only 2 facts I remember about him outside of his talent.
Okay, because I was remembering the South Park episode. Let's say juggling.
He could make his abs clap.
All right, that's gross, but interesting.
And he got through to the next round of America's Got Talent. So,
well, is Terry Crews still there? Terry Crews still there doing the same kind of thing with the packs? Boom, 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 boom.
I think so. Yeah. I don't watch America's Got Talent.
I've never watched it. I have not watched a single episode of that show ever. So I don't know.
This is TV related. So America's Got Talent, obviously. Yeah. There's some judges on there. Rob, who are the judges of America's Got Talent?
They changed. Howie? Is Howie Mandel still there?
I thought he was on Canada's Got Talent.
Oh, he was on America's Got Talent.
Oh yeah, you're so right. You're so right. Never mind. I'm dumb.
Okay. I know that Howard Stern used to be. I don't know if he still is.
He is not currently still there.
Oh boy. Gee whiz. Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum is there, yeah.
Okay. The girl from.
You know it. I know you know it.
Sofia Vergara, is that her name?
Yeah, that's the 4. You got Simon, Howie, Sophia, and Heidi.
Nice. I watch commercials. Well, usually I'm fast forwarding and then I'll see the show come on, I'll hit play, and then for some reason the DVR backs up for about 10 seconds. So I have to get all my information from that. But zero interest. And I know that Terry Crews is the host of it for some reason.
He is.
Yeah.
And
who I really like, and I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and
yeah.
I still have zero interest in ever watching.
Oh yeah.
That would be a nightmare for me. That would be an hour's worth of nightmares every week.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of the singing or competitions like that.
I like the voice.
How unbelievably dare you? Actually, I've never seen the show, but I was just always imagining that. Ugh. I remember watching the first American Idol, and because it was the big thing. Everybody was watching. Everyone was watching American Idol, so it's like, okay, I'll watch this.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the poppiest garbage I've ever listened to in my entire life. And then that song she sang after she won, that moment like this, I was like, this is one of the worst moments of my entire life having to watch this show. I hated it. And then they did a movie. Oh my God.
Now,
whatever.
May I bring this back to Big Brother and America's Got Talent? So I did some was not hard to find Marvin's America's Got Talent audition. So he comes out in a lab coat and like a white shirt and a whole chemical setup. And they ask him, I have closed captions on. He says, I'm a chemical engineer and I want to show you a science experiment. And then he spills chemicals all over himself. So he has to take his shirt off and he just rips it off and just starts flexing and doing like titty pops and making his abs clap. That is his talent. And then Terry Crews comes out, takes his shirt off, and they flex together. And that is his talent.
We missed out on this on Big Brother.
I guess we did. Simon seems real into it.
Did he get moved on?
That's why he can't be on the show. He's in the next round.
What?
And that's why we got Joseph.
Oh my God! It's like that girl or whatever who can bug her eyes out real big. Have you ever seen that?
Don't even talk to me about that.
That's gross.
But
same thing.
Yeah.
Human oddities.
Yeah. But outside of Big Brother, I really haven't been watching anything this year.
Oh my goodness!
Terrible host. This week, and but that will change soon because we got House of the Dragon and She-Hulk and everything coming out.
Sandman this week, and I think they're dropping them all. And will I have time to watch them all? Who knows?
No, you will not, and no, I will not.
No, we could talk some. Like this won't be your introduction to Sandman. You've read the comics and stuff like that.
Yep.
This will be my introduction to Sandman. So, it'll be interesting. It's a different comic book story, and it seems to be the ones like The Boys are really liked as well. Mm-hmm. So different comic book series are fine by me. As long as it's not the Moon Knight again. Oh my God. More Ms. Marvel. I wanted more Ms. Marvel and less Moon Knight. That's what I'm hoping for. But you know, I would love it if it was approaching like on the same kind of. It's not going to be as good, but that same kind of feel as a Watchmen show, like just the feel of it. I would love it.
I think it'll be much closer to the Watchmen show.
They're never doing any more Watchmen stuff. So.
No,
that was all we get. That's all we got. So we got to find it somewhere else, guys. We got to hope somebody else steps up. It's not Umbrella Academy. So watching that. Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's another satellite comic book thing done by an emo kid. Oh boy. What's the worst thing I could say?
I don't know. Do you have anything else to say? I think sad show from an emo kid is a great place to end the show.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Dave, where can they find you while you aren't watching television like you're supposed to?
I'm gonna go watch TV right now. I promise.
Ooh, we know what you're watching.
What?
America's Got Talent.
It's still going on my other monitor. I accidentally made it loop. Oh, that's gross. Get away, Marvin. Anyway.
Yeah. Accidentally.
He's a good-looking guy. But anyway, you can find me on Northern Entertainment Group right here. You can follow me at Leaves Me Alone. But don't do that until you have subscribed to Northern Entertainment Group on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at Group of the North, and everywhere else that you can find us. I don't know where else we can find us. I'm doing a bad job as a producer, but that's it. I'm very busy.
That is busy. You're busy because he has a necktie. Neckties mean you're busy.
And a grilled cheese, apparently.
Oh,
did you not notice that?
No.
Yeah, look at the bottom left corner. He's got like a grilled cheese sandwich in his like holster. Holster?
Yeah, no, that's what it is.
Yeah.
He's got a sandwich holster. I like it.
We all need one of those. Anyway, Rob, where can they find you?
Around the Old West. My sandwich holster. Except it's all tuna and it's been in the baking sun. That's why you whip it out and just people barf. It's like, I win. How the West was won with the snark. Okay, so you can find me here on the Northern Entertainment Group as well. You can find me not only this show, guys. Not only can you see me on it. Have you seen this? But you'll see me on things such as 50's greatest show in the universe. We're talking about Doctor Who, like we brought up before this episode. Guys, just watch classic Who episodes. They're super fun. Where else are you going to find me? Sometimes showing up and getting angry at choices people have made when David is full. So do you have any idea when you're going to start your poll for the first phase of Marvel?
Probably sometime next week is when the survey will go up to do the show the following week. Because I want to correspond it with She-Hulk. So, because, you get that incredible Hulk synergy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just like Marvel.
If only there was a phase 2 thing coming out in between She-Hulk and Black Panther, then I could get phase 2 in there, but there isn't.
Shoehorn something in there.
Yeah, we'll see.
Fake it. Where else can you find me? You can find me all over the place. Look for Snark. It's not like it's a adjective or anything like that. I can't describing word. All over YouTube. I seem to do things quite a bit for some reason. All right. But until then, guys, next week, talking Sandman, talking TV news of some point. We may be talking about we ever going to see Dan again.
I don't know.
If you don't like it, blame I was going to say Michael Eisner, but I don't think he runs Disney anymore. But maybe he runs their shadow ops.
Yeah,
we don't know.
He had to retire.
Shit. It's like, he's got like an eye patch now, but not in a good way. So until then, guys, have yourselves a good week and au revoir, as the French say.
Au revoir.